like to thank everybody this morning for attending the Northern Tier Employers Workshop. Today's presentation is going to be PA CareerLink, employer orientation, and an overview. And with that, I would like to introduce our speakers today. They're going to include the following members of the Northern Tier Regional Business Service Team. Penny Watkins, she works for Bradford County Action, Inc. She's the Executive Director and PA CareerLink Operator. We also have Brianna Ripard. She is with Trehab. She's the Community Action Agency Workforce Development Director. She is also a Training Support Services personnel. We have Maria Nobles. She is a PA CareerLink Program Supervisor. She is going to furnish some labor market information. Once again, there's myself. And then Ashley Frost, who's a career advisor, is also going to be presenting today. She's going to do some employer services, tour the employment dashboard, and some employer frequently asked questions and answers. So with that being said, we are going to get started.
So good morning, and thank you for attending the PA CareerLink Employer Orientation. As stated, my name is Ashley Frost, and I'm also a business service team member, and I'm located at the Tioga County PA CareerLink office. I've been with the PA CareerLink for 7 years, and I'm passionate about connecting our employers with services that meet their specific company needs. I will be going over some services that we offer as the business service team. We can help reduce your recruitment, hiring, and training costs with all of our all of our services are at no cost to the employer. PA CareerLink's employer services include access to the PA CareerLink website, applicant pre-screening assistance, job fair opportunities, and much more, as you can see on the slide. We also house funding available to support on-the-job training for new hires, internships, and apprenticeship programs. We are the one-stop shop for all of your hiring needs. Employers can access information on all of the services that we're going to be discussing today on the employer landing page. To access the landing page, you just need to type in www.pacareerlink.pa.gov into your internet browser address bar and click on the heading Employers at the top of the page, or you can just simply reach out to your local PA CareerLink office to speak with one of us on the business service team. All of our contact information will be listed at the end of our presentation. So next, I'm just going to take you on a short little tour of the employer dashboard once you're registered with PA CareerLink. If you're already registered with us, this screen should look very familiar. So welcome to your dashboard. I'll be reviewing the quick search function, discussing the functions of each of the widget tiles, as well as how to personalize the dashboard so that you have the specific widget functions that you want displayed. So the quick search function is located right at the top of your dashboard. It allows you, the employer, to quickly search our database of resumes. You type in a specific keyword that you're looking for in a candidate and the location you want to search. What's great about this function is you do not need a job posting to search for qualified candidates for open positions. So if you didn't want your job posting out in the public for any sort of reason and you just kind of wanted to see what was out there, what kind of potential candidates are out there, this is the option you'd want to use. Once you type in a keyword and the location and click the search button, it's going to land you on the candidate recommendation page. You can filter your searches by using the filter options on the left side of the screen. And you can filter anything from the distance, the city, county, You can search, filter by job title. It'll also show everyone's job titles that they are currently in or most recently in. You can also see when the last time they utilized the website to job search so that you know that they are actively still searching. More than one filter can also be applied at any time to help narrow down the potential candidate list. For the quick search example, we are looking for someone with experience in childcare that is close to Wellsboro, Pennsylvania area. The search will automatically provide resumes with those keywords within a 25-mile radius of the location set. Once you've found an appealing candidate, you'll click on that little blue document icon in the upper right-hand corner of the candidate's box to review their resume. Once you click that little blue icon, you'll see the candidate's resume. This is just an example of a resume. There's not a whole lot of information in here, but this function will show you the candidate's contact information if it's listed, work experience, education, military experience, skills, accomplishments, and references if they're listed. But just as employers have the right to hide their contact information, our job seekers are also able to hide their contact information. So if you're reviewing a resume and the contact information is not provided, it means that that candidate chose to have it hidden. Just give a call to your local PA CareerLink office, and we will contact that candidate for you and provide them your contact information so that they can reach out to you. Now that now we're going to go back to the dashboard. So we're still on that candidate's resume. In the orange ribbon at the top, if you click the little house icon, it's going to take you right back to that dashboard where we started. So here we are back at the dashboard. So you'll see underneath the quick search function, there are lots of little boxes. We call them widgets. Each of the widgets have their own function, so I'm going to go over each of them. The first widget I'm going to talk about is the job postings widget. This will land you on your job posting list. It will automatically show all of the open job postings, but you are able to use the filter job posting function at the top to view any closed or incomplete job postings you may have in the system as well. If you are posting positions throughout the state of Pennsylvania, you can use the county filter option to narrow down the search area. So say you have different locations in different counties, you can select a different county to see that specific county open job postings. From this page, you can edit, you can reopen, close the job posting, you can view candidates, you can also choose to view candidate recommendations. And of course, you can always delete any job postings that are outdated. The next widget is the search for candidates widget. So this widget does what the quick search option on the dashboard does. You will enter a keyword and a job title in the with the combination of the location and click search. It is going to search and provide any resumes in our database that match those particular search options. Again, you can use those filters located on the left-hand side to narrow down your search, and then click the little blue document icon to review that candidate's resume. The next widget is the Report New Hires widget. This widget will land you on the Report New Hires page. Here you can upload your new hire list manually by a file or a secure file transfer. The Work Opportunity Tax Credit widget allows employers to create applications of new hires within the WOTC targeted group of job seekers. So these are job seekers who have constantly faced barriers to employment, and depending on what categories they fit into, you may be eligible for those tax credits. The alert widget is where employers will find any alerts, sent by the PA CareerLink staff, such as rejected job postings, incomplete job postings, or postings that are getting close to expiring. So they'll automatically close on their own, and this is where you'll see those. The inbox widget lands you on the correspondence list. This is where employers can view any mailings sent out via the Commonwealth system from the PA CareerLink staff. The post a job widget takes you right to creating a new job posting. You do have the option at the top there to copy an existing job posting that you've had in the system previously. So you would just click that drop down arrow inside of that gray box at the top. You'd select whichever job posting you wanted to copy, and then click that select button, and it will pre-populate that information. Remember that all steps need to be completed, and any listed item with a required by the title is required to complete that job posting. The last widget is the screening questions widget. So while you're creating a job posting, you as the employer are able to create a screening questionnaire at the end of the job posting steps. This will help employers become more selective when scheduling interviews, so you can learn a little bit more about the qualifications and how those candidates meet those qualifications. This function also allows the employer to edit previous questionnaires that are already in the system, and of course create new or edit the questionnaires in the system. So since I reviewed all of the widgets, I'm going to go over how you can customize your dashboard. You have the ability to choose what widgets are shown on your dashboard by clicking the Change Dashboard widget link located at the bottom of the screen. Here it is circled in yellow. Once you click that button, the Edit Dashboard widget will pop up out and display on the screen. On the screen, you can select yes or no by each of the widgets to change what is displayed. You can also rearrange the order of appearance. So selecting yes will show the widget on your dashboard. Selecting no will remove the widget from your dashboard. In order to rearrange the order of appearance, you'll just click on that specific widget and hold down your click button to move it up or down within the list. You're able to edit these widgets at any time, and you can also add any widgets you remove in the future if you need them. Once you are satisfied with the widgets and the way that you want your dashboard set up, you'll click on Save to utilize those new widgets, or you can hit Cancel, and that will just take you right back to your dashboard. So in this example, I am removing the Work Opportunity Tax Credit widget as well as the DHS dashboard widget, and then I clicked on the Save button. So now you can see by removing those two widgets, they are no longer on my dashboard. Lastly, the employer dashboard has links to additional employer resources. Here you will just click on the Employer Services tab on the orange ribbon at the top of the screen. And listed there is recruiting resources, reporting new hires, veteran services, and incumbent worker training search options, sorry. Once you click on any of the resources, the options will land you on this resource page. You can click on any of the corresponding links to review information on that resource. And as always, you can also reach out to your local business service team member at your local PA CareerLink office to review these services. This concludes the Employer Services overview and tour of the PA CareerLink dashboard. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat while I introduce our next speaker. Brianna Ruppert. Brianna is the Workforce Director of the Tioga, Sullivan, Susquehanna, and Wyoming Counties Work Innovation Opportunity Act Partner Rehab. Brianna will be reviewing additional details on training support offered to our registered employers.
Well, thank you, Ashley, for saying all those counties, so I didn't have to mess that up. So I am Bree Ruppert. I'm the Workforce Development Director for Rehab. I've been with Rehab for over 14 years working in the workforce department. So I've seen over and over again how funded employment opportunities benefit not only our job seekers, but also our employers. These job seekers can be eligible for one of the many WIOA programs available. So who are we? We are the individuals that are providing these workforce training supports that we're talking about is the partners at the CareerLink that have the WIOA funding for adults, young adults, and dislocated workers. So for our area, for the Northern Tier, that would be Bradford County Action and Rehab. We are going to put in the chat the links to our WIOA program websites. You will see Navigate Your Success link, which will show exactly what we offer to adults and dislocated workers, and then Launch Your Success link that will show what we offer to young adults. So these programs through WIOA link WIOA customers to employers that can help you in multiple different avenues, which benefits all parties. These are known as supported subsidized employment. So opportunities for employers that can train individuals in their field of interest. So training opportunities are either paid in full by the agency or partially reimbursed to the employer. Job seekers get the opportunity to gain experience, and we also see if they're a good match. Any public or private business that is in the Northern Tier is eligible for these services. This can be contracted in two ways, an on-the-job training or a paid work experience. So we're going to start with an on-the-job training. An on-the-job training is the ability for an employer to have a contract with us to reimburse up to 50% of the wages for predetermined time period. This would help offset the cost of hiring someone that maybe doesn't have the exact skills you're looking for or you see potential in. So the benefits to an employer would be that a business service representative would walk you through the steps of the process and help create that contract. A job developer would be available to act as a liaison between the employer and the agency. This gives job seekers an opportunity to gain training while they're in the job and seeing if it's a good fit and making sure that they're prepared for the job once they come fully onto your staff. When looking to start an on-the-job training, employers are encouraged to use their own hiring process to identify that the WIOA client is, in fact, someone you're interested in putting in an OJT. It's very important to understand that contracts must be in place before you hire the individual. The next employment opportunity would be a paid work experience, which is what we call our internships and job shadowings for our young adults. And then we also have available paid work experiences called transitional training, which is available for adults that have barriers to employment or it's been a little while since they've been in the workforce. So clients are actually paid by the agency. They are on Rehab or BCA's payroll for a predetermined time period to offset that cost. So it gives you as an employer, an individual in the position to see if they're a good fit. It provides you a temporary employee, which you're investing in the workforce, or it's providing you someone that is trying out the job and you can decide at the end if you want to bring them on. The benefits are similar to the internship job shadowing. It's a trial period and the potentials for you to train a new employee at no cost. You'd want to invest in the workforce because knowing that our young adults or our adults that are re-entering the workforce are going to be better either for you or for another employer in your community. And sometimes we see, a lot of times we see employers that start as paid work experiences lead to being offered jobs and turn out to be great employees. Next, I want to talk about the possibility of apprenticeships. So we're starting with pre-apprenticeships because it's a good segue and funnel into apprenticeship opportunities. So the ATO, which is the Apprenticeship Training and Opportunity Office, is part of Pennsylvania's Department of Labor and Industry. So these pre-apprenticeships is a preparation that would lead to a full apprenticeship. They can be delivered by a range of entities, which would be a community-based organization, a high school, labor organizations, workforce agencies, or community colleges. We do see that employers are involved in the development of pre-apprenticeships and apprenticeships so that they can be sponsoring these opportunities. So they're involved and they're creating workforce that's going to benefit them. There are different levels of apprenticeship. So the apprenticeship, like I said, is a funnel into linking to any established apprenticeship. So revealing what an apprenticeship is, also through the ATO, you earn while you learn. So these would combine all the benefits of the opportunities that I've discussed. It's a paid job, it's an on-the-job training, it's got technical instruction, mentorship, and also can lead to credentials. Employers would work with the ATO to set up a registered apprenticeship. Now, I do have to say that there are regulations and requirements to be a registered apprenticeship, but there are a lot of resources to help employers establish those. The benefits for an employer to have an apprenticeship is it improves your recruitment, lowers your turnover, increases productivity, and retains your company's enterprise. So in the chat, we are going to put Jody McCarty's information. She is our local Northern Tier Regional Development Commission contact for apprenticeships. But I also have asked to put the ATO's website link in the chat, which will bring you right to the Pennsylvania CareerLink site to get you linked with apprenticeships. The ATO will help guide, they're responsible to help guide any employers and help them promote and create any apprenticeships. Lastly, I want to discuss the resource for training, which is called Skill Up Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's new online learning platform is Skill Up. It is at no cost to be able to go on and use these skill training courses. There's over 6,000 training modules that can lead to the ability to take credentialing tests in industry recognized credentials. It is completely virtual and self-paced and available 24/7. The Northern Tier has their own defined Skill Up link, so that you will see in the chat. This makes it so that you are able to link to local job seekers that are utilizing the service and staff to be able to help you. So there's a lot of benefits to employers using Skill Up Pennsylvania. You have access to skilled workforce. This would be any individuals who have received relevant education and job training through this program. There are tailored training programs that you can use for your current staff, and you're able to look through the courses and see what would be best for your staff to work through and have that available at no cost to you or your employees. It can reduce recruitment costs by helping you cover the cost of training and upskilling your workers, saving you time and resources. It enhances your employee retention because your employees who receive the training and skills will more likely feel valued and satisfied in their current roles. And it can increase competitiveness by helping your staff adapt to technology advancements and also meeting the needs, evolving needs of your customers. This is what the landing page looks like when you go to the direct Northern Tier Skill Up website. So you'll first start by saying, prompting you as the employer to go through and create an account by clicking that blue employer button. This will help you receive access to the content and also the skill workers that have utilized Skill Up. it will bring you to the screen that shows you the 3 different options to start with. So you can complete a workforce survey to help identify your needs and where to start. You can use it for candidate matching, which is any individuals that have been using Skill Up and maybe you're interested in one of the career pathways that are available. Or you can request an in-depth consultation, which will help link you to staff in the Northern Tier to help see how best you can utilize Skill Up PA. Next, we have Jason coming back to talk about veterans programs.
Veterans often bring many skills that they acquired through their military experience to include proven leadership and leadership readiness, mission-focused approach to work, experience working in diverse teams and organizations, adaptable and immediate contributors, strong work ethics, strong performance under pressure, creative problem solving, they're self-starters who have integrity and loyalty. I work directly with employers to facilitate veterans employment by connecting employers with resources and attract veteran talent. You can check out the US DOL, or United States Department of Labor, Employer Guide to Hiring Veterans on the US DOL website. This guide will provide accurate information about service member and veteran demographics. They will have shared federal, state, and other resources with employers to facilitate veteran employment and make recommendations on how to attract, train, and retain veterans. Other incentives to hiring veterans include the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, or WOTC, and Hire Vets Medallion Award. The Work Opportunity Tax Credit, or WOTC, is a federal tax credit available to employers who invest in American job seekers who have consistently faced barriers to employment. Employers may meet their business needs and claim a tax credit if they hire individuals who are certified by a designated local agency as being a member of one of 10 targeted groups. Employers must apply and receive a certification verifying the new hire is a member of a targeted group before they can claim the tax credit. After the required certification is secured, taxable employers claim the WOTC as a general business credit against their income taxes, and tax-exempt employers claim the WOTC against their payroll taxes. WOTC's targeted groups include 1. Qualified veterans, 2. Qualified 4A or TAMF recipients, 3. Qualified ex-felons, 4. Designated community residents, 5. Vocational rehabilitation referrals, 6. Summer youth employees, or 7. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or SNAP or food stamps recipients. The Hire Veterans Medallion Award is only federal level veterans employment award that recognizes a company or organization's commitment to hiring veterans, retention, and professional development. The Honoring Investments in Recruiting and Employing American Military Veterans Act of 2017, the Hire Vets Act, or the Act, requires the Secretary of Labor to establish a program by rule that recognizes employers' efforts to recruit, employ, and retain veterans. Employer applicants meeting criteria established in this rule will receive a Hire Vets Medallion Award. As described in the Act, there are different awards for large employers, medium employers, and small employers. Additionally, there are 2 award tiers, Platinum and Gold. For each award, the employer must satisfy a set of criteria. Verification of these criteria includes a self-attestation by the applicant and a check for violations of veteran-related DOL labor laws by the U.S. Department of Labor. A notice of proposed rulemaking was published on August 18th of 2017. DOL Veterans Employment and Training Services, also known as VETS, thoroughly evaluated and carefully considered all comments received. The final rule, announced by the Secretary on November 9th, 2017, is available for viewing on the Federal Register website. The final rule became effective in January 2018, and vets began accepting applications for this award in January 2019. Over 1,650 employers have earned a Hire Vets Medallion Award, and they are highlighted under www.hireevents.gov/awardees. Now, there's a timeline for this as well. With that, under the Act, vets will, one, solicit applications no later than January 31st. Secondly, they stop accepting applications on April 30th. Third requirement is they finish reviewing applications no later than August 31st and select employers to require Hire Vets Medallion Awards no later than September 30th. Fourthly, they notify employers who will receive Hire Vets Medallion Awards no later than October 11th. Vets will also notify applicants who will not be receiving the award at the same time. And then they announce the names of awards of recipients at a time to coincide with Veterans Day. And there's also going to be a link that will be shared with you in the chat, www.hireevents.gov. Okay. So that being said, up next is Maria Nobles, the program supervisor of PA CareerLink Tioga County. She'll be covering labor market information and how it can help employers with workforce decision making.
Hello, everyone. I am Maria Nobles. I am the program supervisor of the PA CareerLink office in Tioga County. I have been working with the state for 5 years now. So I'm retired Navy, and in all my careers, I find this to be the most rewarding to be able to help employers with their workforce and help job seekers with finding the right job. Also, I do want to say that for Northern Tier, we have 2 comprehensive PA CareerLink sites, and the program supervisor for the PA CareerLink office in Tioga, which is the Bradford Sullivan office, is Cheryl Stanton. So I'm going to be covering the labor market information, and labor market information, or otherwise known as LMI, is the body of information that deals with the functioning of labor markets and the determination of the demand for and supply of labor. It includes, but is not limited to, such key factors as changes in the level and/or composition of economic activity, the population, employment and unemployment, income and earnings, wage rates, and fringe benefits. How does LMI help employers? Employers can review information on economic and labor market conditions and trends, including trends in employment and unemployment, earnings or wages, the size and composition of the available workforce, including demographic characteristics, current and future workforce demand and supply, job creation and destruction, the types of work available and the skills required for the work, employment openings related to workers seeking jobs or employers recruiting workers, including information about current job openings, expected wages and availability of benefits, the placement and flow of workers to new jobs, businesses seeking workers around the area, and the ratio of available jobs to available workers. Employers can access labor market information through multiple resources. Primarily, labor market information is available through the Center for Workforce and Information Analysis, otherwise known as CWIA, website. Information that can be found from CWIA include county profiles. Pennsylvania and every county has a profile that includes the available labor force, unemployment compensation exhaustees by industry, wages by sector and occupational groups, as well as major employers. The quick glance, 2-page nature of these document profiles make for a nice visual representation for the introduction to labor market information. An example of the county profile will be on the next slide. Job seekers can use the wage and top employer information for decision making as well as employers could use the labor force and wage information in their decision making. Also, what else can be found on the SUIA website is the High Priority Occupation, or HPO list. The High Priority Occupation list aims to align the public workforce system's training and education investments. The list focuses on occupations that require short-term training while providing a family-sustaining wage. Job seekers can use this list to review occupations, their wages, and trainings required. Employers can review these lists to understand the occupations that Pennsylvania's workforce system invests in for a pipeline of trained talent. Occupational wage data. It is a collection of wage data for occupations in Pennsylvania. SUIA also provides a guide on how to use this tool. Employers can utilize the different wage ranges across counties and local areas for entry-level to experienced wage consultations. These lists also include the expected education level for different careers. Also, you can find the Pennsylvania Top 50 Employers and Industries on the SUIA website. This is a list of the top 50 employers and industries for every county, and it is updated quarterly. This tool can be used for targeting larger employers for job development or in-demand industries for career exploration. For business services, this can be used for targeted outreach for business development or business service team strategies around industry development. For more information about LMI, please check out SUIA's website. The link has been placed in the chat there, but it is www.workstats.dli.pa.gov. We also have a monthly newsletter that shares labor market information in it, so please let us know if you're interested in receiving that monthly newsletter. And our newsletters are catered to each different county across the northern tier, across those 5 counties that Jason mentioned in the beginning. Now here, I apologize that this is going to look small, but here's an example of the county profile. I chose the Bradford County profile since Bradford County is centrally located in the northern tier, but each county has its own profile. County profiles are a compilation of selected economic, geographic, and demographic data for Pennsylvania's 67 counties. This statistical snapshot includes information on the following areas. At the top there, you see there is a map of Pennsylvania with the county highlighted. There's also the population of the county, which includes total, projected, and age distribution. There's information on online job postings, labor force and unemployment rate, personal income per capita, total and median household, and major employers. Then on the second page, you can find employment and wages by industry sector and wages by major occupation group. To access the county profiles, you visit the SUIA website. And again, the link is included in the chat there. Up next, I'm going to hand it back to Ashley Frost, who will be covering employer frequently asked question resources.
I think we need to move up a slide. Okay. So during the pandemic, the business service team members were proactive and recorded some short step-by-step video guidelines on frequently asked questions that we receive from employers. You can add them. You can see all of them on the PA CareerLink Tioga and the Bradford Sullivan YouTube pages. The FAQ playlist covers items such as how to register, how to search for candidates, how to create that job posting, and there's a few other items as well. We do also have an employer resource playlist, which includes videos on topics such as Skill Up that was discussed today, the work opportunity tax credit and federal bonding information. We do have some employer spotlights that we've been doing every few months on there as well with employers that have utilized our services. There is apprenticeships information, our videos on apprenticeships and some of our past recorded monthly employer workshops. And you'll be able to access all of those on our YouTube pages. So make sure that you check them out. Check out our page. You can click the links inside of the presentation for the links in the chat and hit subscribe to get any alerts when we add new videos. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Jason for the closing out.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming out today.